So we live together.
Yep.
We watch football together.
Yep.
We talk about football together.
Yep.
Why don't we just start a podcast?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Eye Test. It's myself, yes, my guy, CultureCams. Just coming off the Manchester United-Liverpool game, which obviously we won't talk about that. But anyways, I had a take after that got a mixed reception, and I thought we would talk about it today. And that was Harry Maguire potentially entering the pantheon of cult hero status at Man United. Now, that's not just off one moment, but it is a big moment. And I think he's had a few to this point that make me think when we talk about his status at the club amongst the fans, he might have just become a cult hero. First and foremost, I'm going to ask you, actually not even about Maguire, what makes a player a cult hero? How do you become a cult hero at a club?
I think a cult hero has to be somebody that contributed to major moments, I would say. But there's many ways of being a cult hero because some people are just like incredible personalities, you know? I think that's something that not matters, but counts. The match-going fans have to really be behind you.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think major moments.
Yeah.
Contribution in totality. You can't just like... I mean, I guess you can. We'll talk about some at Man United and we'll see. But I would say major moments, personalities, and you have to have the match-going fans behind you.
I feel like cult hero is just as simple as the cult. You're a hero to the cult. The cult is Man United fans, and you are a hero to them. So I think you can achieve that status a few different ways. I don't think you have to be someone who played 15 years. I mean, that could help you become a hero to them. But I think for some players, like we're going to speak about, scoring a goal in a big game like this, or I don't know, doing something that kind of earns their admiration can earn you that status. So I guess my question to you is, do you agree with me?
I agree.
You think Maguire is a cult hero?
With Maguire, it depends because we've been having this discussion, right? And I think a lot of people, I think in the totality, for me, it's still just been on an okay signing. Nothing special, nothing great. But I think the thing with Maguire, which I said is personalities, right? He has had major moments as well. So maybe that could tick the box.
I mean, I think there was a tweet, bro. His last 6 goals at Man United have all been last-minute equalizers or winners.
That's crazy. That's crazy, right? A lot of it is like, we haven't really benefited from any of them, as in like we haven't it hasn't contributed to nothing really, which we'll talk about some other players at Man United, but hasn't really contributed to winning. So that kind of, not his fault, but it kind of blurs the lines a little bit. But I think the main thing for Maguire, which is why he could become a cult hero, maybe it depends, he might be one, is obviously, I think 90% of it comes from what he went through off the pitch.
You reckon?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you listen to the way people, when Maguire does something well, what's the words that you see the most?
Yeah, redemption or like...
But not only that, you always see, I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, I'm so happy for him. Yeah.
You don't get that for nobody else, bro. If Rashford scores a goal, Rashford doesn't even play for us, sorry. If Mbumo scores a goal, if Sesko scores a goal, if Bruno, you don't say, if Bruno scores a goal...
There's a sympathy thing with Maguire.
There's a pity. There's a pity, and it is what it is like. It's the reality. Like, you look at if Bruno scores a goal, you're just going to be like, my baller, like, yeah. But Maguire, I'm so happy for him. Like, he triggers an emotional side out of everybody. And then all the time, a discussion happens afterwards about, just look at what he's been through. Then the redemption. It's always redemption. He seems like a really nice guy. And that's what I'm saying. Personalities, he has kind of ticked that personality box in terms of people want to see him win. They want to see him win because of what he's been through. Parliament laughing at him, booed in Australia pre-season tour, booed for England, everything he's gone through, turned into a meme, Speed turning him to a meme in America.
Tell people, bro, back when I went to visit France, I went to France to visit my cousin a few years ago. He was like 11 at the time, doesn't watch football whatsoever, but he knows like a few football players, and one of them he literally knew was Maguire because of TikTok, and he's like, Maguire, he's the worst defender in the world. I was like, damn, bro, that's how bad it got. That he just became the face of troll football effectively.
Yeah, exactly. And look, that's what I mean. Like, so I think a lot of it comes down to what he's gone through off the pitch. I think on the pitch, yes, he scored the winners. And there were some winners and some important goals, and his catalogue of like clutch moments is elite. But I do think a lot of it is off the, because you look at someone like Scott McTominay,
but right? Do you think he also
I don't
is
think he's
a bit of a cult hero?
No.
You don't think so? Academy lad, big goals.
Cult hero, nah. good player, good servant at the club once upon a time, but cult hero.
You don't think so?
I don't think he's achieved that state. From who I'm thinking about.
So Maguire for you, do you consider Maguire a Man United cult hero after this weekend?
Is there stages to cult hero?
Do you mean there's like levels to cult
Is there
hero?
levels?
Oh, of
Because for
course.
example,
Of course,
we
yeah.
were talking about Diego Forlan.
Yeah,
Still
yeah,
gets
yeah.
a song sung about him.
Yeah.
But is Diego Forlan to the extent of a Maguire?
No, and I would also say Maguire is not to the extent of Van Persie. Like Van Persie for me
Is
at Man
Van
United.
Persie a cult hero?
Well,
Or is he an iconic player that played for the club?
You see, this
I
is
think
where
he's
we're talking.
yeah, I know. But
It's kind of it's kind of semantics,
it is semantic.
right?
It's a
Like,
guys, this is the eye test. 90%
yeah,
of
that's
our
why I
stuff, we
tried.
do
But that's why I
semantics.
tried like defining cult
Yeah,
hero as
yeah.
like something. I feel
I
like
think Van
the
Persie is
Go ahead.
above a cult hero.
You see, but where does he rank? Where does he
I
sit?
think
Because he's not a legend at
let
Man
me tell
United.
you,
Right?
this is how I
Van
see
Persie's
it.
weird though to rank.
Yeah,
Huh?
he is. He's very.
He's
weird
like
to rank.
Kawhi at the Raptors, right? Like,
Great
how do you
example.
do it?
Great example. I think with Van Persie, it's like how I always see it is I say cult heroes. Let's just
Yeah.
say icons
Is icons above
above cult
okay,
heroes.
and legends above?
Icons, legends,
Yeah,
and like
goats.
yes, the goats. That's
So what's the
how I
difference
see
between
it.
icon and legend?
Let me tell you what I see as icon and
Yeah.
legend.
Okay, because for me, I always thought icons is the top, legends is below.
Nah, I think icons is like, for example,
Like
let's
an
say,
icon is
yeah,
someone that is like that.
Yeah.
That's an icon of I don't know.
Yeah,
Icon
but
for me, I think
the
of
reason I say, look, for example, let's say Van Persie is an icon, right? In my opinion, I'm trying to think of who else I have in that. Van Persie's an icon.
You see how tough this is.
Yeah, Van Persie's an
Is Van
icon.
der Sar an icon?
He's probably a legend.
He's a legend.
Yeah,
De Gea, is he an icon?
in my eyes, he's an icon, but I think a lot of fans have him as a legend.
So you would have an icon.
Yeah, Ruud van Nistelrooy,
Icon.
probably an icon.
Yeah, didn't do it long enough.
Yeah, he won a league, unbelievable goal scoring record. You know me, that's my favorite player.
Yeah,
but
his resume is.
is he a? Nah, I think he's a legend.
You know what?
He's a legend.
I almost think legend for me, and
He's a legend. He's a
I almost
legend.
think legend for me is like, can you tell
Like
the
it's
story?
Paul Ince.
That's before
Paul-
my time. I can't speak
like,
about Paul.
when you look at people
Ask
like-
Rory Jennings for that.
Yeah, but when you look at people like Paul Ince, I think they're like icons. I don't think they're. He left, by the way, in and came back in mad terms. So
He can't be icon. No, he can't. Sorry,
he
that
played for
penalizes him. Yeah, it's like Carlos Tevez. Like he's part of one of our most iconic
Yeah.
heroes ever, but he went to City.
Yeah.
that penalizes Paul
fairs.
Ince for sure.
Okay, fairs. I'm trying to think with Manchester United.
But
okay, Mark Hughes.
Yeah,
He's an iconic player. He's an icon for Man United. I don't think he's a club legend.
you don't think so?
No, I don't think he's a club legend.
Again, I can't speak on. You'd have to give
Do
me
you
an
know what I
example,
mean?
like more.
Okay,
Recent.
let's
The way
think
I
about
look at it
recent.
though, Cam, is like I feel like legend. It's like almost. Can you tell the story of this football club without like? Could you go tell the whole entire story of it without mentioning this guy? If you can't, for me, he's a legend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So like for me,
so that means
there
Van
is
Persie's a legend. You can't
but
tell.
he's for me the weird one
Yeah.
because of 1 year that he had.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's for me the only one that maybe falls out of that
So then where
because he
do
didn't do it
people
for long
like
enough.
Patrice Evra fall for you?
See, because
like-
Man United is such a great club,
Yeah.
for me he falls below legend. I would put him almost icon.
But what about then Dennis Irwin?
That's tough for me to
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
That's,
I
but
hear
I'm like for me, Rio, that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a top dog right
Legend,
there. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Michael Carrick, I would put similar to Evra because he won.
Icon,
Yeah,
icon.
for me, he's not that level. That
Yeah,
level
yeah.
is reserved for like wow,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's nothing against these guys, but that's just how big a club Man United
So
is.
you
Maybe-
have Carrick as a club icon, not club legend.
based on your definitions, yeah, based on the way you're kind of describing it to me,
Let
I
me
would have
s-
Carrick
let me,
at that
Let me
tier.
show you where I'm going with it in terms of the reason why I'm like, is there even tiers
course
within
there
that?
is.
It's
Yeah,
crazy
because-
because
yeah.
even with what you're saying, Carrick is probably on a tier above in the club icon set in the club icon like
Tier.
pyramid.
in that tier.
Yeah, he's probably at the top of it, right?
Yeah.
But as you're saying, is it enough to be like, is he a club legend? It's the debate because how I'm looking at the cult heroes, back to cult heroes, you said Diego Forlan's a cult hero.
yeah.
Is Makeda a cult hero?
In a way, kind of.
This is what I'm
In
saying.
a way, kind of, because of
So,
that
but
moment.
But is
Everyone
he's not Maguire. Maguire's probably above him.
Yeah, of course, and
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
But you know, again, Makeda's another one. Bro, our fans will always know who Makeda
Yeah.
is, even though he has the most irrelevant Man United career outside of that moment. But that moment made him a cult hero.
So one that stuck
Makeda
in
probably
my-
never has to buy a drink in Manchester again for the rest
Yeah,
of his
yeah,
life.
trust me.
You know what I mean? That's like
Yeah.
cult for me. That's
a
cult hero. Yeah, yeah.
One that stuck in my mind immediately is Park Ji-sung.
There you go.
Is he a cult hero? Is he icon?
If he's a cult hero, he's like at the top.
Yeah,
of cult
I
hero.
think he's-
Yeah, yeah.
I
Because he's
think-
got a song,
I
crazy song,
think-
but he's got a song as well too.
I think that is a cult hero.
You reckon?
That is a cult hero. Park Ji-sung is a Manchester United cult hero.
Yeah.
Like, I get Maguire, I feel like I'm trying to... Makeda, Forlan. Park Ji-sung is a cult hero for Manchester United for me. He absolutely adored. Every single player loves him. Every single player has a story on how key he is. The manager loved him. Passion, pride, effort.
Big moments.
Everything, moments, iconic games where he was deployed to be that guy to stop the opposition,
cult
best
hero.
player. That is a cult hero. Do you know what I mean? I think if we're talking about the definition of what a cult hero is, Park Ji-sung is one. That is my
But
ultimate one.
yeah, he's for me the top. So I agree
Yeah.
with you. There are rankings kind of in that.
Yeah.
But I think, I just think when you look at Man United and the history of it, if you score a winner at Anfield, I almost feel like you enter that pantheon. I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like the way we treat that game, how much it means to us, and the way we almost like glorify those moments as well too. Again, I keep going back to Forlan. Forlan had the most unextraordinary Man United career ever, and yet 2 goals have kept him relevant at this football club for over 20 years now. That goal happened over 20 years ago, and we still sing every Liverpool game, Diego
Yeah.
Forlan, he made the Scousers cry. So for me, I'm not gonna lie, Maguire's got more moments than him. I think he's now entered that conversation now.
So
of cult hero.
does Juan Mata enter that though?
Juan Mata was a fan favorite though.
But is he a cult hero?
I would say so.
I think so.
And he's got big goals as well too, Juan
He
Mata.
has, Juan Mata was a
Yeah.
good servant, but
Yeah.
you reckon he's a cult hero?
Not on Park Ji-sung's level, but yeah, I would say he's a cult hero.
Fellaini? I don't think he had the match-going fans enough.
Bro, Fellaini, I almost
think
he was
online
doomed to,
fans like him
Fellaini
more
was
than
doomed
the-
to fail, man. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Like he was just like the picture of
Yeah.
United's struggles for such a long
I
time.
think online fans like Fellaini more than match-going fans. I don't think match-going fans liked him that much.
Yeah.
Mm,
Because he just doesn't represent a Man United player. You look
Yeah.
at him, he's like he's a bit of a.
yeah.
But yeah,
What about Nani?
Nani.
You reckon just not in any list? He's just like a player that played for us type shit.
It's tough to say. It's tough to say. Now you're really making it complicated.
Because
but-
I'm thinking about it, like Nani, Darren Fletcher.
You know who's an Can I ask you
Darren
a good
Fletcher?
one? Fletcher, yeah, I would say.
That's a cult hero
Yeah,
for
especially
me.
if you came from the academy. I feel like you get a
Yeah,
boost. as
Darren
well, too.
Fletcher for me.
Let
And
me
he's
ask you
still at the
this.
club now.
Where does Bruno Fernandes rank?
Icon.
Icon. De Gea
Icon.
level, yeah.
Yeah, icon. I think he's an iconic player for Man United. Now, listen, I always put my bias aside. Everybody, well, I hope they think they know that. I'm not the biggest Bruno Fernandes fan in the world. I respect him, but I can't say that. I mean, he's got over 100 goals.
Years of service, captain.
You know what I mean?
Won
So
trophies.
he's an
yeah.
icon for me. I mean, if the thing about Bruno Fernandes is like, you think to yourself, okay, if Manchester United won a Premier League, just imagine in the weirdest world, or we won a Champions League. He did a Gerrard or something. Where would that put him?
you
You
go
know what I
legend.
mean?
You
All of a
become a
sudden,
legend,
people
yeah.
would put him. The thing is, it wouldn't go from, oh, now you've entered legend. They would put him above guys that have won multiple titles for us, bro. I think so. If we were to win a Premier League with Bruno, they would put him above
Because
like
his
many
title
guys.
counts as, like,
yeah, and then you look at the whole. Now then you look at the whole time. Glossier. You're like, oh, everything was good.
He carried us all the way to the promised land. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So that's the thing
interesting.
about him. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
think he's
yeah.
like, I'll put him as an icon. But you know, some people might be watching this now and thinking, how can you have Carrick and Bruno in the same place? Carrick won 5 titles, but
You got to look at roles as well too.
Yeah, it's
and again,
just-
also it's fan perception.
and we love Carrick.
Bruno
as
has
well.
always been a much more. Bruno is the most popular player at this club.
Yeah.
Like, he's the most. Bro, Man United are one of the biggest clubs in the world, and he's the most popular player at that club.
Some fans
So
think
Bru-
he's a legend already.
No,
They
bro,
call him
yeah,
a
of
club
course.
legend.
A lot of people would, and honestly, this is where you guys get involved as well too, Man United fans. And we also want to bring other fans of other clubs into
Definitely.
it because now I want to go to other clubs. And it's interesting because Man United, they have a barometer for what makes you a legend, an icon. That
it's
barometer
so
changes.
decorated
Exactly.
club.
So for me, Evra is not a legend at Man United.
Ooh,
No, I put him icon for me. I would probably put him icon. You wouldn't. You would put him at legend.
I think he's a club legend.
You reckon?
I think if you were to say who are Man United's club legends,
You'd put him in there.
I think saying
why can't Carrick
Evra's
be in
not
there then? You see what I mean? For me, that's why I'm saying Legends is like Rio. Legends is like Van der Sar. Right? Legends is. I think those guys, when you look at the importance they play to the titles.
But you won't have an issue if like
if you tell me
they're
Evra's
doing
a legend,
legends
I'm not
and they
gonna.
say Evra's a legend.
I would have
like,
no problem. I would have no
wouldn't call him a
problem.
legend.
For me, maybe
We're just breaking it down.
If you want to
very
tell me
much
Evra's a legend, by all means. I'm saying if you're trying to really like tie guys down to tiers, maybe he's not on the same tier as Rio, for example, or on the same tier as. Where's David Beckham lie? Legend?
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying is he even above legend?
David Beckham's
so if David
legend,
Beckham's a legend, I can't put Evra on the same tier as David Beckham. You see what I mean now? I can't put Carrick on the same tier as David Beckham. And it's just because it's Man United. Now, if Carrick and Evra did what they did at a different club, let's see, they do what they did.
Your legends are like Vidic. You got Vidic.
Yeah, I would put Vidic.
Rio,
David Beckham.
Evra was a big part of that back line, though. You know.
Yeah, but then what?
Rio, Vidic. So you're looking Gary Neville,
Beckham.
Like Brian Robson,
he might go GOAT. He might be one of the GOATs of Man United. That's you see now how we're talking. Yeah. This is why for me Evra, it's like there's levels to it, and it's not a dig at Evra. It's just the Goliath of Man United that it is. You see what I mean now? Like Giggs,
and then so like the GOATs are obviously Giggs,
Scholes, Rooney, Bobby Charlton. You know what I mean?
So where's Ronaldo?
Potentially GOAT because again short time, but I mean he's one of the most iconic figures of this entire football club, bro.
Yeah, no,
Cantona, goal. Like,
of course.
So,
it's hard for Manchester United because, as you said, there is players that fall into a weird area.
Schmeichel, a legend.
Yeah,
you know what
legend.
I mean? Like,
there is ones that fall into, like, because of the type of club we are. Like, there's Ruud, Van Nistelrooy's, Carrick's, Evra's. I would have I might be being too generous though by putting all these guys as legends.
You see what I mean now?
I get it.
Don't take it as a dig at Evra. It's just Man United is a superpower football club, bro. That's the only way. No disrespect, man. But if we take this to a different club, for example, like where do you want?
Man United is too much.
It's too much, bro.
Too many.
And
this
is why when people were saying De Gea is a legend at Man United, I'm like, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I just think there's too much.
Now you're right. You're right. If you're breaking it down between tiers. The thing about Man United, we're so decorated as a football club that we will, even in our GOAT list, there could be more than 10 in our GOAT list. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because think about George Best,
Dennis Law,
Sir Bobby, Dennis Law. Then you're looking at Keane, Giggs, Scholes, Rooney, Cantona. That's 8 right there. And I'm probably missing
about, bro. Yeah. Like I said, a lot of people would say Brian Robson as well too. Like so that's 10 GOATs right there.
Yeah.
Like that's like me saying, "Oh, Rio's not a GOAT," and people are like, "What, bro? Look at what you're up against, bro." Yeah. That's the only reason why I would say Evra legend. I think you could convince me, but there's a lot of guys that sat at that table too. So but that's just for Man United. If we go to a different club, for example, where do you want to take this?
Let's go to Liverpool. Liverpool's hard, isn't it?
Who's a cult hero for Liverpool? So, to give you some context, right? I was having this conversation on SDS, and when I said Maguire might have entered cult hero status, Fuizzi completely crashed out. He's like, what? And to be honest, a lot of people on Twitter said, how can you become cult hero at Man United just for scoring a goal? And I was like, well, Origi's a cult hero at Liverpool. And he's like, yeah, but his goals led to Champions League.
That's what
I was like, okay, that's fair.
About.
Maguire has never had a moment that led to a moment like that.
Yeah.
But I said, is Dirk Kuyt a cult hero at Liverpool? He scored a hat-trick against Man United.
Yeah.
Scored a Champions League final goal.
So
has a lot of time at that club.
See, I do think this conversation is tough
for non-fans.
Yeah. Like if we're talking about legend, we can go through application, what they've done.
But how do you feel about fans?
And we're not a Man United, we're not Liverpool fans. So me saying how a Liverpool fan feels about Dirk Kuyt is a bit disingenuous. You know what I mean? It's a bit grey area there. So that's kind of. I feel like if we're talking about very obvious ones, I think Origi is a very obvious one.
Cult hero.
I think so, yeah. How I gotta talk to some scouts.
If you were a Liverpool fan though, and you know Kuyt's time at the club, do you think what he did would be enough for you to like if Dirk Kuyt's contributions at Liverpool were at Man United, do you think he would have entered for you as a cult hero?
How dissimilar is he to a Park?
Park won.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But you said if he was at Man United, did the same at Man United. So he would have won at Man United. Dirk Kuyt, if you get what I'm saying.
No, but that's the point though. I'm saying no. It's okay. Let me rephrase that then. If you were a Liverpool fan, and Dirk Kuyt was your player and he did what he did, is Liverpool also on the same level as Man United? I'm sorry, you didn't win enough Because
Yeah.
I guess the question is he that dissimilar to Maguire?
Dirk Cow,
Stuff.
cult hero.
Because he won 1 League Cup, I think. That's it.
Again, sometimes we have to differentiate as well. Like great servant, no, great servant for the club. Like you serve the club well, but are you a cult? Are we singing Dirk Cow? If you come, are we getting the scarves out and letting you clap on the pitch in the middle of the pitch when you pull up at Anfield? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. He probably still has to call up to some tickets, bro. Do you have the boss calls at that? I don't know.
Look at my tickets. Who is this? Dirk Cow. Yeah, let me transfer you over to marketing. Hold on.
So I don't.
Dirk Cow, bro. If you score a hat trick against
like
Man United,
like a Jersey Dudek is a cult hero.
Oh, by far, of course. Yeah,
like
of course.
that's like a cult.
That's obvious.
That's
No, but
like
if you
a
score a
cult
hat
hero.
trick against Man United, that's not. But then again, is Berbatov a cult hero for Man United because he scored a hat trick against Liverpool?
Exactly. No.
You don't think Berbatov's cult hero at
Nah,
United?
nah. His post career, he's PR'd himself into like a.
I love Berbatov, man. I love him personally.
Bro, him and Schweinsteiger have done incredible.
Yeah, no, hold on. Berbatov's done way more for Man United than Schweinsteiger.
I know, but I'm talking about post career. They are putting themselves as the faces of
Berbatov loves Man United.
fans of Man United.
Berbatov
you know what I mean?
loves Man
Yeah,
United.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. Everyone says Schweinsteiger supported Man United, so
Schweinsteiger is hilarious.
he loves the
to me.
club,
It's
bro.
hilarious
Yeah,
to me, bro.
it's mental, innit?
Bro, I just went through his tweets the other day,
Yeah.
right? And his reaction to when Bayern win a game, when Man United win a game, bro, he's in the front of the TV against Liverpool. Bastian Schweinsteiger, I love him, man. But like Liverpool, that's a tough one as well too, because I guess similar to Man United, they are a Goliath of a football club, bro. To be a go at that club, you're talking Dalglish, you're talking Gerrard.
Dalglish, Gerrard.
I think
Ian
Van
Rush,
Dijk and Salah have both entered that
Ian Rush,
conversation.
Van Dijk,
Ian Rush,
Salah,
Ian Rush, yeah.
Hansen. You're
Yeah.
looking at Graham Souness.
Yep.
There's a lot of guys that we don't know as well in that 70s teams as well. John Barnes.
Yeah, John Barnes, of course.
So obviously, again, we don't know all you guys legends. By
Let
the way,
us know though. Let us know in the comments, any
um,
Liverpool fans.
There was the keeper that they had in that era as well. Was it Clements? These are the guys that I hear of. You get where I'm coming from, aside from obviously the managers like Shankly and all that type of stuff. I'm trying to think of the modern ones. So where did Jordan Henderson fall in? They kind of hate him now, innit? After where does Trent fall in? Where does Trent fall in?
Henderson hated? I think Henderson's an online thing, bro. I'm not gonna
You
lie. I
reckon?
bet match-going fans love Jordan
You reckon?
Henderson, bro.
What,
Yeah.
Trent?
See, Trent was
Has Trent bent that bridge?
on trajectory for Icon. I think if
You don't
Trent
think he
played,
was a club legend?
sorry. I'm going off. Sorry, I think Trent was on trajectory to GOAT if he had stayed his entire career.
I mean, I think he has him in his
Icon.
all-time 11.
Who?
I think Carragher has him in all-time Liverpool 11.
Who's he up against? Stevie Nichols on the left.
There
Actually,
was a right back that he mentioned, but I think Carragher put him in the all-time.
I think based on the fact he's a hometown kid, would have spent his entire career at the
Can you call him a
club.
cult hero though?
No, he would have gone down as a
So
a
now
GOAT
you
for
think
me.
it's completely.
Well, now
Burnt.
I think it's burnt in the way it did. I don't think he'll ever go down as a GOAT anymore now. I think in just terms of how the club and the fans view him, I don't think he'll ever go down in the same category as Steven Gerrard.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, time heals all wounds.
Yeah.
Right now, they hate Trent. Bro.
They're missing him though.
Of course they're missing him. But bro, I remember when Torres left Liverpool. Right, and now Torres comes home. He comes home to Legends games. Fans he links up with Salah. And it's like, oh, my childhood feels repaired.
Yeah.
Time heals all wounds. Trent will never become what he was ever going to become, which is GOAT. But one day, Trent even might come back to Liverpool one day, bro.
Scouse, innit?
Yeah, it is, of course. But I just think it's not like he pulled a Michael Owen. One day, honestly, time will heal that wound.
Yeah.
He will be regarded much higher than he is at the moment.
Yeah.
But the potential to ever be on the table of the Dalglishes and the Jards, which I think he could have been, it'll never happen.
An interesting one that's really interesting, and again, Liverpool fans, we got so many young ones as well who are probably gonna say, of course, is Bobby Firmino.
He might go down as like
Is
an
he a
icon.
legend?
I think he's an icon. You know what's an interesting question? I think he's an icon, personally. I think he
Sadio
is.
Mane.
He might go down as a legend. But I have an interesting one for you. Luis Suarez. Where does Luis Suarez sit for Liverpool fans? Because every Liverpool player or fan or legend has always said Suarez, he might be the best player to ever play for this club.
It's got to be icon, surely. You think he's a club legend?
Nah, probably
It
icon.
can't be a club
but
legend.
he's kind of like Van Persie in terms of it was such a short time.
Window, innit?
Yeah, but it's like, wow, the impact he left with that club. Like,
But we're giving Man United mad respect in terms of the status, Liverpool have the same amount of titles and stuff as us.
Yeah,
so we
more
have to
Champions
kind
Leagues,
of give
course.
them that kind of respect.
So Suarez, it's an icon.
I would
for you.
say he's iconic.
Torres iconic. I think so. I think Torres is iconic, man. I think for an entire generation, he was like their guy.
The same regard as Suarez.
Suarez didn't leave for a direct rival, but I don't know. I think I would probably view them similar tier, even though Suarez was a better player.
Yeah.
But I felt like Torres at one point was like, for a generation of Liverpool
Could Torres
fans.
just be a cult hero though?
Oof. I mean, I guess this is where you guys gotta let us know.
Yeah, could Torres just be a cult hero? Really? Now, just sounds bad.
Who did Liverpool fans love more when they were at their pomp? Torres or Suarez? I don't know about that, bro.
Ooh.
I don't know. I'd love to. Okay, this is Liverpool fans. Let us know
Suarez,
when they were
man.
both at their pomp. Who was better? Who did you guys love more?
Dare to
Bro,
dream.
I
He
think,
made them dream.
I think Torres broke more hearts than Suarez did.
But I think, yeah, he did because
Because
Suarez,
he was loved more, though.
Nah. Because Suarez outgrew that football club, bro.
But
He
Torres
was big.
did as well, too.
No.
Of course he did.
No.
They were in a worse situation when Torres left than when Suarez did.
But where that Brendan Rodgers team had no right to compete, Torres' team did.
Yeah, but then
at
they
his best.
finished, what, 5th or 6th of the following
But he was
season.
also washing up a little bit towards
Yeah,
the
but
end
in
of
his eyes, he
but-
was still too good.
Yeah, fuck him, bro. I'm not his eyes. We're looking at the fans' eyes. Suarez was kind of like, thank you for your services.
Yeah.
We understand.
Yeah.
Look at the state
And he
of
gave
us.
them one more year. as
Yeah,
well, too,
look at the
right?
state of us. Okay, you're going to link Messi and them. We understand. Whereas Torres,
But I just think
he went to the ops.
I know, of course, but I think Liverpool fans as well, bro. Torres at that point, bro. Outside of Gerrard, obviously, because
Yeah,
he's
of
the
course,
guy.
of course.
Bro, Torres was just like
Yeah.
such a figure, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I think a cult hero is Xabi Alonso.
sure, yeah.
That's a cult hero. I don't think
Nah, I think
he scored the
maybe
he scored the
iconic.
penalty, he scored
Actually,
the
he
goal in
might
the
go
Champions League
iconic.
final.
He might go iconic. I think for Liverpool, he might go iconic.
But a lot of I mean, like, listen, I was there, right? Xabi Alonso's time at Liverpool has aged better than maybe it actually was.
Yeah.
I remember he was good. He contributed. 09 was his top season.
Yeah.
But he was about to get replaced for Gareth Barry. Now, that doesn't mean Gareth Barry was better. That just means Benitez was
on
moving
some shit,
delusional.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say it as a whole. But like, it wasn't a thing where it was like he was irreplaceable at that time. He's gone on to have an unbelievable career and done what
you
he's
reckon
done.
Cole
And I
hero?
think I think he might be. I think he might be called hero. I feel like not many people even like attribute, or even like not saying they don't remember, but you don't get no mention of Xabi Alonso in Istanbul, like, and he scored.
Yeah.
I know it was a penalty that he missed and a rebound, but he scored. You don't hear nothing about
Gerrard
him.
takes all the points.
Gerrard
for
takes
that
all of that, and then you get it sips off to a bit of
Dudek,
Jamie
yeah.
Carragher and Dudek.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like I don't think he gets
Maybe
that.
you-
I don't
you
think he
might be
gets
right
that
then. You
kind
might
of
be right.
clout
You might be
from
right.
the final
Yeah.
and stuff. For me to say, oh, the Champions League helps it. So I'm gonna say cult hero. I think they'll love him. I think look at the way they were dying for him to be their manager. Yeah. You can see they have some form of affection to him. He's always still speaks positively.
But he also has
I
affection
do
'cause
think
he's a really good player. He's a really good coach as well.
yeah,
So
yeah. I do think he's someone that could walk onto the pitch and
yeah,
with his kids
definitely.
and they'll
I mean, I think
oh,
even when he
Xabi
came back,
Alonso.
well, last year when they lost like 5-0 or whatever, I'm pretty sure he
Okay.
did get like
Oh,
club
there
pick.
we go. Yeah. Let's move on because so we don't stay
Yeah.
with one club too much. So wait, where did you have Sadio Mane?
I think
Legend.
legend.
So and you had Firmino underneath that.
Maybe just that icon.
Fairs.
But then Firmino was loved by fans, bro.
Yeah, I feel like Firmino is like a rude. He's like a rude Van Nistelrooy for us.
But he stayed way longer and
Yeah.
won more.
Yeah, he did win more.
And
But
he was
didn't-
part of that
but
trio.
Van Nistelrooy scored a lot of goals, innit?
Yeah.
150 goals. Van Nistelrooy has 150
That's crazy.
goals.
It's a nuts.
Nah, he's a legend for me.
He's right.
innit?
Yeah,
But,
for
I mean,
you.
Yeah, he's the GOAT for me. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's another conversation. All right, cool. Chelsea.
See, this is now, with
'Cause
all
we're
due respect
lowering
to
the
Chelsea.
tiers
Yeah, with all
now.
due respect to Chelsea, the barometer to become a legend at Chelsea is a lot lower than
Yeah.
Man United or Liverpool, simply because of how long those clubs, the size of the clubs, right?
I think Chelsea have their GOATs.
They have the clearest hierarchy of goats I've ever seen, bro. Everybody knows is Drogba, not in order, right? But Terry, Drogba, Lampard, Czech, and I would probably say
Zola.
Hazard. Zola,
Zola.
and I would probably say Hazard. I think
and
Hazard
obviously
doesn't
going
do that.
back to like Osgood and stuff, but that's I mean, Yeah, for those of you who remember.
For those
you know
of us
what
who
I mean?
remember, I'm gonna step
But,
back on that one.
Yeah, that's like they got obviously
In their modern
those
era, I
people
think they have the clearest
Osgood
hierarchy.
and stuff. Yeah, okay, cool. So
You ever seen that video of N'Golo Kante when they're asking him like they were asking all these Premier League players, who's the player at your club that you grew up like really like loving?
yeah,
And I think Ozil might have said like Bergkamp, and someone might have said Ronaldo, and Kante goes Peter Osgood.
Is it?
That's the
Yeah.
way he says like Peter Osgood. I'm gonna show you the video later.
Yeah,
It
that's
is
jokes.
hilarious, bro.
Thingy,
Look about Peter Osgood, man.
I think he played for them as well. No,
Who?
or was he only at Spurs?
Who's that?
Sure, he was at Chelsea. Jimmy Greaves played with Chelsea as well.
I think so.
Yeah, he did. Wait, let me check. Yeah. Jimmy Greaves is in goal as well, bro.
He's a goal for Chelsea. What's his record?
124 goals in 157 games.
That is a nuts record.
Yeah, he's a goat for
That's
them.
a nuts record.
Yeah, he won nothing at the club though, but there's not much you can.
This
do
is where you
there.
gotta ask Roy Jennings. Who do you think has the goals?
132 goals in 169 all comps.
That is insane.
His numbers were, it was 22, 37, 30, 43.
But honestly, this just goes to show.
43 and
This just goes to
43
show, bro,
games.
how much erasure has happened in English football.
Yeah,
Nothing
first
before
division.
92 even happens, bro. Like we keep saying, oh, can Haaland break Shearer's record?
Yeah.
Shearer's record high, bro. I'm sure Greaves has like 400 goals in
Yeah.
English football history.
Yeah,
bro.
he does. Well, if you're looking at the first division,
Yeah,
I just said 124 for Chelsea.
he's Spurs' all-time
And
scorer.
Spurs, he has 220 for Spurs. So right there, that's 344 goals.
And we're talking about some Alan Shearer, bro.
Yeah.
Haaland, can you please break?
I mean, look
Jimmy
at Dixie.
Greaves'
Dixie
record?
Dean has the record of like 368
That's
or
true.
something.
It is him.
The all-time scorer in English football is Dixie Dean.
I think I read somewhere. I watched somewhere that Shearer only falls like 7th or 8th.
Yeah.
When it comes to like actual all-time
Yeah,
English
I mean,
top
look,
flight scores.
league alone, 399 games for Dixie Dean, 349 goals. So if you're looking at it in totality, okay, one of them was second division to be fair. So, and that was 48 of them. So you got to take away that. But in totality, anyway, in club football, in English, well, take away the third division. Let's see. All right, so just first division, he's got about, 340 something goals. 340 something. So,
You know, England's the only country as well too, where again we like split the league in two. La Liga, the top scorer, Messi won it. He had to beat a guy
that
from like
Suarez guy.
No, I think it was another guy that he had to beat. But Liga, Mbappe didn't beat Zlatan. Like he beat the all-time.
We're the only ones because of the
Bro,
globalization.
but it's crazy.
Of the league.
It's like there's so much erasure that now that
Gary Lineker says this all the time.
It's
He's always
ridiculous.
saying, "I played football, but before
anyone cared,
what you
apparently,
guys
I
cared
guess.
about." Yeah, I kicked the
but
ball
like
before.
you're actually like it boosts the Prem,
Yeah.
but it's effectively killing the reputation of English football, bro.
I guess it's the same thing with it's the same thing with
the Champions League.
no, not even Champions League. Like our club trophies, for example, we're like 13 prems.
Yeah.
But it's like okay.
No,
but
for
it's
me,
20
the club who
titles.
gets hurt like the most is Liverpool, bro.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. We're saying 13 prems, and that's like our boost. But it's like it's just 20 titles, same as Liverpool. Whereas you look at Arsenal, we say 3 prems. What you got dominating this
They got
era.
14.
They've
no?
got 7.
7.
No, they got
No, I think it's.
they got
I think they got 14.
13
13 or 14.
I think
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
13. Yeah, 13 league titles. So it's like, but we just be like, oh, you only got 3. You only got 3.
Liverpool got 1. Like, nah, they
Yeah.
got 20, mate.
Do you know what I mean? So wait, where's Hazard? Go?
I think go.
Is it go?
I think Hazard might be a
Yeah, I
Chelsea
think
go.
so. Yeah, I think he is as well.
He's the 3rd top scorer in Prem history.
Fuck, yeah, true. So, so where do people like Michael Ballack fall in?
Colt Hero.
Cult hero.
Yeah, I think Colt Hero.
All right.
For
Mikel.
I think that was the exact name I
Yeah,
was thinking
Jonathan
about.
Mikel.
Jonathan Mikel. Colt Hero, I would say probably.
Okay.
I'm thinking guys like
I think people like, okay, so.
Diego Costa.
No, so, yeah, cult hero for sure. But when you look
Not
at.
more.
No, he's not a legend.
Top scorer for both their league titles.
I know, but I don't see that. I don't think they see him as a legend.
He wasn't there long enough. Is he not an icon then?
Yeah, I'd say.
I think he's an icon, bro. If you what?
Yeah, icon. Yeah, icon.
He's
icon,
probably
yeah.
their second best striker of,
Yeah.
of the modern history, bro.
Icon, yeah. But what about then you got to look at people like Idol Johnson. That's a cult hero, I think.
Yeah, Good
That's a
Johnson,
cult
Colt
hero.
Hero, yeah.
Idol Johnson. Okay, but where's like Aspie and stuff like that?
Aspilicueta might be a legend.
Silva.
Aspilicueta might be a legend, bro.
Thiago Silva. I mean,
Icon. Maybe not there long
I think
enough.
he's a legend.
You reckon? Even for that short amount of time.
Remember what I said in the beginning? Personality. They adore that guy. I think he's a club legend, bro. Thiago Silva, you can't talk on his name, you know. Yo,
And you know what it is?
some
With Silva?
have him,
He's a footballing legend as well, too.
some
so.
have him next to John Terry in the all-time 11, you know.
Really?
Yes, bro.
Maybe,
Over Ricardo Cavallo, bruv.
I mean, maybe.
Some do.
You would have him Chelsea legend.
Yeah, I have him.
He won the Champions League. I mean,
yeah.
Again, like I said, the barometer to do this at Chelsea is lower than
Yeah.
at Man United. So potentially, yeah.
So what Cavallo?
Legend, bro. For me,
Legend,
he's a legend, right? Like
Yeah.
for Chelsea.
So Aspie's a legend, you said, right?
I think Aspilicueta, he
Yeah.
captained them to a Champions League, captained them to.
I think he's got
I
the
wouldn't
he's got the cult hero name thing,
Yeah.
Dave. So I think
He was their starter for them for a decade. Like I
Yeah.
think Aspilicueta is definitely a club legend for them.
okay.
For me, it's more interesting. Like I like the ones like Mata. Where's Mata at Chelsea? Because I think
Cult
he's
hero.
but he's so loved by Chelsea fans. Bro.
Yeah.
I think he's the one guy that like when you leave a club to go to a rival and like you automatically become public.
Yeah.
Bro, they never hated him.
Too nice of a guy.
Too
bro.
nice
Man's
of a guy,
writing
man.
blogs.
Bro.
Like, thank you to all. And
With
what was his hugs?
One. I
Bro,
love Mata,
Come
man.
on, man. Yeah, he's too.
It used
too
to
nice.
piss me off though whenever we lost. He played shit,
Bro.
and I see his blog after. I'm like, Lalik.
He's too nice of a guy to hate.
Yeah.
All right, so
Ramirez. Where does Ramirez fall for them?
Oh, he'd be popping up at Legends games.
I mean, he got one of the most
Yeah,
iconic
I
Chelsea
think
goals,
he's a hero,
bro.
cult hero.
Cult hero.
Yeah.
He might be an icon, Ramirez.
Ooh.
That I think everyone in that Chelsea run, they might have a boost, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Ryan Bertrand might have already just
David
been
Luiz.
cult
Yeah,
hero.
David Luiz.
David Luiz, that's a good one. That's actually a good one.
Because he won titles as well.
Yeah, it's Champions League as
He
well
won
too.
2 titles.
Yeah, he did. Oh no, he didn't. He wasn't there for 14, 15. Mourinho sold him. 'Cause remember, he knocked him out of the Champions League that same season.
Okay.
He got one Champions League, one league
Which
title.
one did he win? 16, 17 though?
Because he came back, remember?
Yeah, he came back, yeah.
That's so unspoken about. I
Yo,
feel. It doesn't get spoken about
Luiz
enough.
he's left the club 3 times.
Yeah.
Because he
Wait,
came,
no, twice.
He came and then didn't he get, when he originally came, no, that was Matic. Sorry.
Matic, yeah. No,
Sorry,
they
that was
bought him.
Matic.
Ooh, he might be icon. Because he's 2-time Premier League winner.
Premier League.
They might even put him legend.
Chelsea fans, get involved, man. We can't speak for you.
Fabregas.
Yeah, icon.
Icon.
Yeah, I think they love him. I think they love Fabregas.
So he came from Arsenal.
And because he came from Arsenal. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
they love Fabregas. I mean, do you see the ovation that they gave him on his last game?
Yeah.
Not many people have had that.
That's true. That's
Not many people have had that.
That's a good point.
Chelsea. So what interesting ones are like Hasselbanks and stuff. Let's go to the guys before kind of the money.
Yeah.
Like Makalele's a legend, obviously.
Yeah.
So we don't say that. Makalele's a legend. But then you got I put Johnson as a
Cult hero.
cult hero. Hasselbank, is that cult hero as well?
Yeah, it might be cult hero as well. Can I hold on? I know you're saying before the trophies.
Hasselbank, surely he didn't have is Ramirez above Hasselbank and Johnson?
Good Johnson.
I'm not having that.
Good Johnson as well too, because he stayed after the money as well too. Hasselbank, he was gone the minute Mourinho came.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I wanted to ask you a question. I know
I got a good one.
I know you said before the money, but I want to take it back to after the money.
Yeah.
Where's N'Golo Kante at Chelsea? How close is he to being a Chelsea GOAT?
On what he is as a football player, he's close as a GOAT. He's a GOAT status player.
Like how can you?
But I think he's a legend.
If he's legend, bro, he's the best legend. He might be #1 legend, bro. He won Player of the Year for them. He won the league for them. Won the Champions League for them. Was unreal for them.
Yeah.
Fan favorite. I think N'Golo Kante might be on the.
He might be
on the verge of GOAT, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about Thiago Silva.
But then, like, you look at people like Claude Makelele. I would have them in the same list. I'd have them in the same list.
But I think Kante is above Makelele now,
You
bro. I'm not
reckon?
gonna lie. Yeah. Bro, his contributions. I mean, they're both is crazy.
The
But,
Makelele role.
yeah.
Woo! That's a good discussion. I'd have them both as legends. I would have Johnson as an icon.
You know who I think is a good example of a cult hero?
What, Joe Cole?
Icon maybe. You know what I was gonna say is a good example of cult hero. I think like Malouda is a cult hero at Chelsea.
Yeah,
I think he's Kalu is a cult hero.
Damien Duff, I think. Well, Iron Robben now too.
No,
I don't
Robin
think he's
is
on any
just,
list.
yeah, I don't think, yeah.
Damien Duff, I think, is a hard cult hero. I reckon. I would say. I'm trying to think of like, you know, who's a cult hero? We're talking about big goals. Jasper Gronkaya.
He has maybe the biggest goal in Chelsea.
Bro, if we're talking about Makeda, if we're talking about Maguire, we're talking about Origi.
They talk about. They should give him. I think should give him guard of honor every time he goes to Chelsea.
He needs his own. Yo, he might have been the
Nothing
reason
that happened
why,
after him probably happens.
that might be the
because
biggest
him.
domino effect goal of all time in English football,
If
bro.
you guys don't know, get to know, man.
Exactly.
Honestly, do your research.
Jasper Gronkaya or Gronkaya.
I think it's
I don't know how to say
yeah.
Gronkaya. yo, he might be the reason Abramovich.
Yeah, no, he's
we
almost
might
like
be
he's
cool-
in the Makeda tier
Yeah,
of like
we might be calling it. We say Spursy. We might have been saying the next word because for Chelsea, because yo, they would have probably been the perennial bottlers and shit if it wasn't. We wouldn't have been looking at Spurs like that. So I think he has to automatically go there
For sure.
Just
For
for
sure.
that goal. All right, let's go Arsenal.
Before we do,
Mm-hmm.
you know how crazy? Okay, this is where though, like the concept of cult hero and stuff is so funny, right? Because we're talking about all these guys who goals matter a lot. But Kai Havertz at Chelsea will never be seen
Nah,
in
yeah,
any
he
of them,
won't.
even though he has one of the biggest
Biggest
goals in that club's
goals,
history,
yeah.
bro.
No,
Like
he
he's got a
won't.
top 5 goal in Chelsea history.
Yeah.
And he will never bro, he probably can't walk through that
Yeah,
area.
it's all about. Also, yeah, as you said, Paul Ince, we can't include him.
Hell no.
Carlos Tevez,
Yeah.
we can't include him.
Michael Owen will never be.
Michael Owen,
yeah.
we didn't even mention him for Liverpool.
No.
We didn't even bother
Even though
wasting
he's
our
one of their
time.
greatest strikers.
There we go. We forgot about Robbie Fowler.
Robbie Fowler for me is like
The legend.
Legend. Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
legend.
yeah.
He's a legend. I would say he's a
But
legend.
yeah.
McManaman, that's another interesting one. I don't think they take to him
For
as
me, he's
nicely
more like
as
Trent. For me, it's a
Yeah.
bit like Trent. Maybe even less.
Yo, McManaman. You know, I was one of Ferguson's favorite
Yeah,
players.
yeah. I remember reading about that.
Yeah, he was terrified of him. Okay,
Let's go Arsenal.
Arsenal.
This one, for me, again, they have a pretty clear hierarchy for me. Henry, Vieira, Bergkamp, Tony Adams. Is there anyone else that you would put in that GOAT tier?
Henry,
Bergkamp,
Bergkamp,
Tony
Vieira,
Adams, Vieira.
Tony Adams. Does Wrighty get in there? No, I don't think he does. Well, Wrighty's an interesting one because I actually think Wrighty deserves a statue. I've said this before.
Yeah. His impact at that football club is ridiculous.
Is ridiculous,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
goes
From a
beyond
cultural
football.
point of
It
view.
goes beyond
Yeah,
the game.
100%.
I'm
bro.
putting him in there.
I feel like every black
Yeah,
Arsenal
it
fan
is.
has named Ian Wright as the reason why they
Bro,
fell in love with
he had a
football. Not
whole-
even just
my
Arsenal.
dad's generation, he had that generation.
Yeah.
My generation, we had Thierry Henry. The generation before, they had somebody else. But Ian Wright is the one that got all of that. And I think, I said, I'm not trying to get so like political with it or whatever, but it's the whole generation of Windrush. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like of black people, Jamaicans and Caribbeans and stuff like that coming into this country. And then you had an Ian Wright. Remember, they would have been of the same-ish age. And then you have an Ian Wright in the 80s and the 90s doing what he's doing. People just took a mad affection to him because he was a big personality as well. His come up was like from the ground up. Do you get where I'm coming from? How he came up at Crystal Palace with like the gold tooth in his mouth. He represented what Black Britain was at that time. Do you get what I'm saying? So he captivated a whole bunch of black people, bro. And then Henry just added a little bit of, as he said, va-va-boom to it. He had a bit of seasoning to it. You know what I
made
mean?
it global.
Yeah.
Henry made Arsenal, for me, a global
Yes,
institution in terms of
yes.
you had people from every corner of the world now following Arsenal.
Yeah.
Especially French speaking,
Yeah.
but also African as well too.
Yeah.
He turned them into a global
Like
world powerhouse.
I'm not Caribbean, but Ian Wright is the same age as my dad. So all the people, my dad was one of the first, like his generation were the first like people coming into this country to work and live and go uni and all that. So remember, they're all around the same ages. So they would have been seeing what, as I said, Ian Wrights and all these guys were doing. And so, yeah, man, I don't know, man. I feel Ian Wright. Yeah. I'd say Ian Wright. Black
he might
Britain.
be a GOAT, bro.
Yeah.
He might be a GOAT.
Ian Wright.
Are those the big 5
Who? With what? What I
of
just
the
said?
GOATs? If we're saying Henry, Vieira, Adams, Bergkamp,
I would
and
say
Ian
so.
Wright. That's the big 5.
Yeah. And by the way, people, when I'm saying Windrush, I'm not saying Ian Wright was playing in the 60s. Please, there's some people might think that I'm saying Ian Wright players. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
innit? The development from those people. Like, anyway. But because I know people be like, Windrush was in the 60s and Ian Wright was playing in the 80s and 90s. Bro, I'm not saying that. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, I think Ian Wright makes it because I think he deserves a statue. So yeah.
Yeah.
I
If you
think he
deserve a
deserves
statue at your football club,
Yeah.
I
I think he deserves a statue over Patrick Vieira. And Henry has one, Bergkamp has one, Adams has one. The only two that don't that we just mentioned is Vieira and Wright. And I would make one of Wright before Vieira. So
That's one for the comments.
yeah, I would. I can't lie. Okay, cool. That's the 5 for me.
That's the big 5.
That's the big 5.
Yeah.
And then underneath you got.
I mean, we can't. I don't know.
Campbell's.
I don't know about Arsenal and the because they were really good in what like the 30s and stuff like that with Chapman and stuff,
we don't
right?
know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was Ian Wright. I mean, sorry, there's Sol Campbell's legend, Perez legend, Rocastle legend.
Is he legend or is he bigger also because of like
'Cause he's
what he
deaf.
represents?
And what he represents.
Yeah.
That could be a point.
I think
but
he's more
Arsenal,
icon.
we always talk about cultural club, right? Because
Yeah.
of their black influence and stuff. I think this plays a part.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I think this type of stuff plays. He was part of that. He was part of the 89
thing.
89 thing. People like Alan Smith. That's the ones that are like, I don't know where people have them.
Yeah.
Paul Merson. Is he a
Merson.
legend of Arsenal? Yeah, I think he is a legend of Arsenal. He got people like Keown. Where does he fall in?
All legend.
Legend.
I would say legend. Would you not? Martin Keown.
No, I don't know.
I think he's a legend. I think
I
Martin
didn't get
Keown's
to
a
see his
legend.
peak, bro. I only got to see him when he was
I
punching
think
up
his
Ruben Nistelrooy.
contributions.
Do you know what I mean? I didn't get to see his peak.
And at that
And
point, it was
two and
washed.
two,
Yeah.
I didn't get to see his peak, so I
What
can't
about
really...
Youngberg? Icon.
Icon.
Yeah.
Icon.
Tier
Icon.
below Perez.
Yeah, he was a
Lauren.
great servant.
Lauren.
I mean,
Cole Hero.
Youngberg also won
Player of the Year.
Player of the Year.
This is where it's tough. Who? But okay, you know what's
Youngberg won Player of the Year.
you know what's interesting about
title-winning
Arsenal
season.
because like it's
I
almost
don't
like
know how, by the way,
post
but-
2006 and pre 2006. Where I find it more interesting because I feel like their pre 2006 time, it's very easy to say this guy's legend.
Yeah.
For me, post 2006 is like who can actually
It's-
chat to those conversations.
It's a Man United. It's a Man United situation. It's hard to call anyone a legend.
What is
if you're
Aubameyang
not-
at Arsenal?
Icon.
Icon.
Yeah, he's icon. I would say. Who would fall into that?
Does anyone fall into legend post
No.
2006? Ozil doesn't fall into legend.
No.
Alexis, no. Alexis burned it going.
I think the closest is Van Persie, and they don't like him,
yeah.
and they
No,
don't like him.
Fabregas is closer. I
Oh,
think.
sorry, Fabregas and
Would he
Van
go-
Persie, and they don't like.
But
him.
I think there's more hate towards Van Persie than Fabregas.
Yeah, absolutely. Fabregas has begged it numerous times.
They gotta
I wanted to come
they
back.
gotta let bygones be bygones with
Yeah,
Fabregas,
yeah,
man. I
yeah.
can't lie. Like
He's-
that is not even on the same scale
Literally.
as Cole, Adebayor,
Yeah.
Van Persie, Nasri.
Cole-
These are all Judas. Bro, you cannot put Fabregas on that level, man.
Cole is an Arsenal legend.
Who?
Ashley Cole. Whether you guys like it or not, he's Arsenal. It's the same thing as Trent. But you don't have to love him, but he is a legend.
Nah, it's different to Trent, bro. He went to Chelsea. The other guy went
Yeah.
to Real Madrid, bro.
But, so you don't think he's a club legend?
I don't think Arsenal fans would call him a club legend.
I think they would. I think they'll call him a legend. We
Call
just
up
don't-
Robbie right now, see if he
Bro.
thinks Ashley Cole's a club legend, bro.
I think they would, but I would think they would say, but we just don't fuck with him.
Can you be both?
I think you can. Why not? I think you can.
You sound like Sol Campbell now. You don't even sound certain yourself.
I didn't know. Nobody told me.
I didn't know.
I think so. I don't know, because then it's Michael Owen situation, eh? But Ashley Cole's an invincible, bruh. Everyone in the Invincible's a fucking legend.
So what? Is Sol Campbell then a Spurs legend because he was great for Spurs? Of course he's not, bro.
No.
Of
That's
course he's
different,
not.
because he didn't. Firstly, Ashley Cole, I think for me, he's an If you're an Invincible, you're a legend. If you're an Invincible
You just
starter,
said Youngberg was a fucking icon.
yeah, I have to change it.
What?
If
If Loren isn't a legend too.
See, now Loren is the only one. Loren, he's
He's
the
like
only
John
one.
O'Shea at United.
Bro, yeah, bro. Loren, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, bro. But okay, Loren, even Colo Torre might not get that benefit, but
I don't think Ashley Cole.
Invincibles is their most legendary thing that they still talk about to this day.
Of course.
That team is so iconic. Surely you're a legend. Ashley Cole.
Bro, they boo him every single time. They call him Ashley Cole. Bro, how can he be a legend?
Maybe I'm being inconsistent, but I just look at it, I'm thinking like he was already in like all-time left-back discussions before he left to even go to Chelsea.
What didn't after we won the Champions League? He's like, this is why I left Chelsea. This is why I left Arsenal or something.
Hey,
like
listen,
that.
he's rubbed it in like
He can't
he's
be a
not, like-
legend, bro. He can't be a legend. You're talking about culture and you're talking how you're reciprocated by the fans. Ashley Cole's not a legend, bro.
Fair enough.
He's
fair
not.
enough,
He's spit in their face.
Fair enough.
Arsenal fans, I got you, man.
Is cult hero more about how they like you, and
So
legend
he's not
is more
cult
about
hero.
what you
He
did.
ain't a cult hero
That's
either.
what I'm saying. Like cult hero is so much about
When
fan
you make
feeling.
that kind of move, bro,
But
I feel like
legend
you're
is
just
also about what you
erased.
did.
You're erased in these categories. I'm
Fair
not gonna lie,
enough.
bro. I think
Alright,
you are.
that's fair.
Who's considered a cult hero at Arsenal, though? Ramsey. Cult hero, or is he even potentially
I mean,
icon?
bro, this guy's got 2 FA Cup final winners, no?
Yeah.
But I think he's a cult hero.
Cult hero. I think
think
Ramsey's a
Ramsey,
good
yeah.
example of a cult hero.
Yeah. I think online fans like Ozil way more than match-going fans, I'll be honest.
I mean, match-going fans might have liked Alexis more than Ozil.
Yeah, I think we...
But Ozil also, what he represents,
it's the
bro.
Paul Pogba
But
thing as
Ozil,
well.
what he represents, Ozil was
Yeah.
the first big player to almost come to
Yeah.
Arsenal again after 10 years.
Yeah, I think it's the Paul Pogba thing. I think online he's loved. I don't think in the stadium they're as loved as
Nah,
online.
definitely
I don't think Arsenal fans in the stadium and Man United fans love Pogba. But online, the younger generation and us, because we just enjoy football and love football, we know, fucking hell, two absolute ballers. So we love it. We love
But
watching their
Ozil, I
comps
think,
and
is more
stuff.
of a bigger,
more liked than
especially because
Ozil.
he also brought them their first trophy
Yeah.
and donkeys, right? And then
Yeah.
he had huge moments for them as well too. And I think Ozil, you know how we're talking about Pogba and Ozil. Pogba, I just think represents something that Man United fans are never gonna like.
Yeah,
style.
yeah.
Ozil for me represents a kind of player that Arsenal fans love more. You know what I mean? That kind of player is reciprocated more at Arsenal
Yeah.
than a player like Pogba is at United.
Yeah. Okay, what Saka? Is he now a cult hero?
Saka is
Or is
well.
he
No,
icon?
Saka for me is in the eyes of Arsenal fans. You ask Arsenal fans, I'd say he's probably even like the older generation. I think they would put him above cult hero, bro.
Icon.
I mean, right now he's probably an icon.
Currently,
Yeah.
to be
He's
continued.
probably a prem away from entering legend.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Yeah, he's definitely.
I mean, you believe some people online, he might be a prem away from being GOAT, bro. What
Bro, literally,
I've
bro.
seen some
I've seen
tweets,
some
man.
mad shit. I've seen he's second. I saw he's second to Henri only. So, boy, I don't know, but okay. You know which one that we missed out a little? We might have missed out. Like, okay, what about Theo Walcott?
Cult hero.
Cult hero.
Cult hero.
He's doing a Berbatov at the moment.
Yeah.
He's PRing his
No,
way.
but he
into-
was at Arsenal's whole career.
Nah, but
Berbatov
he's
is different.
He's PRing his way into Arsenal's.
He's their rep now.
Yeah,
he's
rep,
their
yeah.
media rep.
Okay.
I'm trying to think like those 2000. Wilshire.
Yeah, cult hero.
Cult hero.
Yeah, that's a cult hero. Yeah.
So who do they have that is like Bruno in terms of like it's their shit period? So Aubameyang is basically like their Bruno.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Ozil can't crack iconic. Come on, that seems
Do you
crazy
think-
to me, bro.
Well, Aubameyang did more though.
Did he?
I think so.
I think he
He
just
scored the
scored. He
goals,
scored
yeah.
goals. He's a striker.
Yeah, I get it.
Ozil got how many
No, but
assists?
I do think then I love Ozil. I'm on record. I'll say it here. I think he's the most creative attacking midfielder I've ever seen. Right, but I think he's aging better than what his discussions were when he was there.
But I think it's also
I think he
hindsight
was
is
getting
like,
criticized so much. He's lazy.
Yeah.
He pops in and out of games. He's inconsistent.
But I think it's more like
I think
hindsight
now
of
we're
like,
looking
oh,
back
that
like because of his brilliance.
No, but I also think it's like hindsight of like, oh, we were too harsh because now look what Wirtz is doing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. This is what I mean though. But like now that we're saying he's an icon of the club.
But I don't know how I could put Aubameyang above Ozil. I don't know. Maybe I'm not the right person to be answering this again because I'm not an Arsenal fan.
That FA Cup final run,
No,
man.
much love to Aubameyang, but I just don't. For me, Ozil and him are, I would say comparable. Ozil never left to go join a rival.
Yeah.
Either. You don't think Ozil could have gone to United? Or
I
whatever
mean,
he
he's
wanted
a
to?
much better player than
Yeah.
Aubameyang. It's not even a question. But again, this is for you guys. We're just speculating.
Aubameyang has the FA Cup run to be fair.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I mean. That FA
is
Cup
big,
run.
yeah.
It's a shame that it was in lockdown, so it kind of didn't
Aubameyang
hit.
is similar to Ozil, I think, too, because when he joined, it was at a period where they weren't attracting the biggest names
Yeah.
anymore, and it's like, oh, we feel like we got a superstar again.
Aubameyang, man, that impact that he made, man. Wow. When was it? I remember when he joined the league, he scored 10 goals in like half a season.
You know who? You know which one was crazy? Because I think he was he was definitely a cult hero, Koscielny, but the way he threw that, don't you think though the reaction? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here, but don't you think the reaction to that video is like the craziest thing ever?
What, when he took the top off?
Yeah, people act like he spat on the badge,
Yeah,
bro.
I know, but why did he do that though?
But I'm sure that was just the club that he was. I think
the
it was
club thing, definitely.
Montpellier. I think he
Bordeaux,
was.
no? Bordeaux?
It might have been. Yeah, it might have been Bordeaux.
Was it Montpellier?
One of the
I think it was
two.
Bordeaux,
But
yeah.
like, I'm sure they just told him, "Yo, can you just take this kit off and like be putting on your new kit?" He's like, "Yeah, whatever."
Yeah.
I'm sure he probably never
He should have
imagined.
said no. He should have said no.
I don't.
He wouldn't have imagined the backlash because he.
I couldn't have imagined the backlash.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, really? Like,
No, but think about it. Yeah. Think about it. Try to put yourself in Man United's shoes now, right?
what if like Lindelof or
It-
who
no,
was
it-
Koscielny's
No,
love?
no, Lindelof. That's a bit too.
Yeah,
too,
no,
too
because
dead.
Koscielny was he was our captain at one point, I think as well.
Like if De Ligt leaves tomorrow, and then the next club he goes to, he just does.
No, but he didn't do like that. You see what I mean, though? He didn't like throw it to the side,
But
bro.
okay, De Ligt
This is
leaves-
what I
if
mean,
De
though. Like,
Ligt
I feel
leaves
like
us
people are
tomorrow-
acting like he's like,
Yeah, Or if Delete, if Delete
That's how they were
leaves though,
reacting.
if Delete leaves, January transfer window, signs and he does that. Okay, he doesn't have to dash it, but
I'm gonna be like,
he
yo,
doesn't have to dash it, but he takes it off.
I'd be
You'll
like,
kind of be like, yo, you could have went without.
I don't know. I feel like they act like he's a snake for the way he
yeah,
left. I'm like,
he's not. A snake.
he was washed. And let's not forget, bro, Koscielny. You know, Koscielny missed the 2018 World Cup because he played through injury at Arsenal.
Oh,
He
that's
was
the thing.
Deschamps' guy, bro.
Damn. Yeah, he was there.
He played through injuries that ended up ruling him out of the World Cup.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Do you know what we need to do? We need to do an episode of club villains. Who's the villains? Because we've touched on a few villains.
Yeah, we might have to do that.
We might have to do a club
Yeah,
villain
the most
episode.
hated players
Yeah,
for
for
every
each
club.
club, bro. I think we got to stop there.
We got to do City. City are going to feel this.
Oh, City. Yeah.
City's an interesting one as well, too.
So modern, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's
But, like, who are their GOATs? Company,
Company, David Silva,
Aguero, De Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
Is Haaland already a GOAT for them? Fuck, he might be, bro.
Fuck yeah.
He might just
It
be,
might
bro.
be, bruv. He might actually be.
Rodri?
I mean, if anyone's getting a statue next, it's Erling Haaland.
Does De Bruyne have a statue?
I think he's got. Yeah, he got one. Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
he got a statue. I think they named the
Did he?
training ground after him.
I'm sure he got a statue. Did he not a statue or was it a training?
Oh,
But Yaya got that as well, though. Now Yaya's got a training.
De
ground
Bruyne,
after
did
him.
they not give him actually? I don't know if they gave him a statue yet, bro. Oh, no, they gave him like a mural or something like that.
Yeah, outside somewhere, some shit.
Yeah, they need to give him like a proper statue, bro.
Yeah, hold on, let's see.
Hell, they might need to name a stand after him, bro. De Bruyne, what he did for that club. I think he has a mural.
Yeah. Manchester City are to honor Kevin De Bruyne's incredible decade of service to the club by commissioning a special statue celebrating. A statue will, Man City have
Yeah, he
announced a
deserves
statue
one.
will be built outside
He deserves
Etihad Stadium. So what, Rodri?
one.
So wait, Yaya Toure,
That's the one.
is he in a GOATs?
For me,
I think
he's
he is.
for me. It's not even a question. For
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
But when I hear City fans talk about Yaya,
They put
I
him
almost
below
feel-
Rodri these days.
I almost feel like he's like the odd man out of that initial group.
He is.
And like, look, I think with City now, a lot of that group is getting washed out, even by their own fans, because it is a growing fan base.
Yeah.
It's newer fans as well too, and the new generation of City have been much more successful than that first one.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is where you have to like really think, bro. This City generation doesn't even exist if it's not for like the seeds that those initial guys planted.
Mm-hmm.
And Yaya Toure has his fingerprints all over some of the biggest City moments that even put them on the map in the first place. You new City fans would not even be City fans if it wasn't for Yaya Toure, bro. First and foremost, he joined from Barcelona to City before Aguero even came. He might have even come before David Silva. They were around the same period, right? But he came and joined the club before they even won a Premier League title, before they even won an FA Cup title. He has the FA Cup semi-final winning goal against United. He has the FA Cup winning goal against Stoke City.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about Aguero, huge moment. That doesn't even happen without Yaya Toure the game before against Newcastle. Winning them that game with 2 goals.
Yeah.
Then he has the 2020 or the 20 goal season from midfield where he had his fingerprints all over that. He had the goal in the Carabao Cup final against Sunderland as well too. Yaya Toure has momentous moments for this football club, bro. Momentous. And I feel like
think
it's
he's
just
in there.
because of the way it ended, the Guardiola thing as well too, the birthday cake. I feel like he's been
Yeah.
rubbed out massively, bro.
Definitely, that's what I mean by personality.
Bro, do you see how many moments I just named?
Yeah.
He helped shape this football club.
Personalities mean so much, bro. Personalities mean so much. I would have him in there.
I think he has to be, bro.
But then
It would be crazy for me not to put Yaya Toure as a
Yeah.
GOAT of Man City. As a GOAT.
I think Rodri has to be in there for the Ballon d'Or. He brought a Ballon d'Or to Manchester City.
Yeah, winning a Ballon d'Or is big.
for
One
Manchester
of 3
City.
Premier League players to do it.
Yeah, and it's like they're not Man United, they're not Liverpool. Like they're building they are building.
Is
that
Foden then not
but-
a GOAT for Man City then,
No.
based on that logic? But why is Rodri and not Foden?
Ballon d'Or, bro. Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or, yeah.
Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or. I'm telling you, nah. Foden's not a GOAT. No way. He's not.
I don't
Foden.
think he's as far away as you think. When Foden retires, he will be considered a GOAT at Man City.
You reckon?
I mean,
He has.
he's
Yeah,
the
he
greatest
would-
academy player of all
he would
time.
win them. He would have been the most decorated player.
Yeah,
ever.
I mean, he's the greatest academy
Yeah.
graduate they've ever had.
Yeah.
He's also had huge moments as well too. PFA Player of the
Yeah.
Year.
I would say he can end up there, but not right.
I think
now,
he
no.
will 100% end up there. There's
So
not
I'll
even a
say,
doubt in my mind.
so you think he's a club legend now already?
Yeah, but he's probably knocking on the door of GOAT, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, he's not. I don't think he's knocking on the door.
I think
right
City fans would
now.
probably like, bro.
I think he can get there.
Is he not one of City's most popular players? Like Bar Haaland, it's probably Foden, bro, by City
Yeah,
fans.
made by the kids in it. Yeah.
I would even say by the community, bro.
Mm.
When you have one of your own, who's like one of the faces of your football club that's winning every year.
Yeah. I think for Odin though, it's like there's so much that goes around for him because obviously a lot of it, like, you know, substitute, like coming on, not really like not all of the titles. He's been that guy for them. He had his title and then he went and kind of messed it up by having such a bad year last year for whatever reason. I still feel Foden is still finding it.
We can agree he's legend, though, right?
Huh?
We can agree he's a legend.
If I look at Man City's criteria, then I would say so. Yeah, I guess.
You know the weird one, right? Is Sterling, man.
Listen, with Sterling, I'm not even gonna bother. I've had this discussion a million times.
So many times.
It's listen. I'm not trying to bring race into it or anything. I'm not saying City fans are it, but it's clearly a black rivals thing. We all put Raheem Sterling as a legend. Man City fans look at us like, no, you don't. We all love Sterling because he represents us and da da da. It's genuinely. I look online. You get all the black fans who are black people who are fans of Man United, Arsenal, all these clubs, and we're pushing to City fans. Sterling is a legend. Look what he's done. And they're saying, no, he's fucking not. And I'm not saying they're saying it because he's black, by the way. Don't think I'm saying that. They're just saying, no, he's not. He's not a legend at our club. He's disrespected us. He doesn't speak about us highly. He da-da-da-da-da. And you just was talking about Ashley Cole. I'm not saying the same level, but you're talking about how you are, they feel about you. I've had it so many times to the point where I'm just going to respect City fans.
It actually is.
He's not a legend for them.
It's a weird.
He's not.
He's not a legend.
He's not a legend, bro. They will not tell you.
That's insane.
For
me, that's insane. I think that's insane. He's a legend. I was gonna say he's not a GOAT.
Yeah, he's not a legend.
I don't know how he couldn't be a legend.
Lies, they do not.
Because they drove him out either. It's not like he pushed for. Oh, I don't know. Actually, maybe he pushed him, but he was obviously out the door. Like he wasn't.
I'm telling you now. Lies, they do not see Raheem.
You know how I talked about at the start of the video, right? For me to consider you a legend, it's like, can I tell the story of your football club without you? There's no way you can tell the story about Man City and their this golden era that they've had from 2017 to, let's say, 2023. There's no way I can tell that story about Raheem Sterling.
Yeah,
impossible.
It's impossible. But
he sits in their all-time records for goals, assists.
He loses heavily on the feeling side. Heavily.
Wow.
They don't rate him like that, bro.
I think that's crazy.
I know. Bro, Sterling's not like welcome to just walk into Etihad and get a great ovation.
Do you think that's something that time could heal in terms of like...
I don't know, bruv. You'd hope so. I hope he does because he ain't got that at Chelsea. He ain't got that at Liverpool. He hasn't got that.
He's not loved by... He's not adored by any fan base.
Michael Owen vibe.
Yeah. Michael Owen was hated. Like I don't think Sterling is just like discard. Like he's not. Like, I don't think Liverpool fans even hate. It's just like we don't even view it. Like we don't think about him.
Yeah.
Sad. Because I think contribution wise, for me, he would easily be a City legend. Easily.
It's not even it's not a question. Yeah. Contribution wise, it's not a question. But he
That's
loses massively on the feelings. I've had this discussion, so I'm just like, whatever. At this point now, I'm like, I can't force you guys to have him as a legend. I just can't force you guys. So. I'll leave that one. Who you know, like people like Fernandinho and that, they're legends.
They're legends.
I feel like City's
but that's why for me with City, it's more interesting to talk cult heroes. Like what is Dzeko at City? Is he an icon?
Cult hero, I would say.
Cult hero.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Aguero doesn't happen without Dzeko.
Yeah, I know, but do they do?
It's true, to be fair. The older gen gets rubbed out, man. For me, I look at Dzeko. I'm like, he has to be an icon for me, bro.
You know what? I'm going to go back to Man United later, at the end, because there's a few we've forgotten that I really want to talk about. Okay. But yeah.
Gareth Barry, cult hero?
No, none. Nothing.
None?
Nothing. Nah.
Maybe I'm showing my age here, bro. Gareth Barry's a big part of those title wins in the early 2000s.
They're not going to have Gareth Barry in there, bro. I don't think. I'll be
Zabaleta.
surprised.
Zabaleta. Yeah, icon? I think he might be icon, bro.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, Zabaleta, icon.
Yeah.
Joe Hart, icon?
Legend.
Maybe legend.
I think he's a legend. Edison.
Legend. Yeah. I think Joe Hart, his rep in football is so like, bro, growing up, Joe Hart
got erased.
But he was the guy, like for me, he was the goalkeeper. Number one. He was one of the best goalkeepers for me for a while. And then I've never seen someone just disappear like that, bro.
Pep just said, yo, he can't kick ball. Finished him. Bro, it's the same way Gareth Southgate came in and said, hey, Smalling can't pass.
Yo, that's crazy.
I just ended.
I don't even know where Smalling is these days.
Smalling didn't get one cap on the Gareth Southgate. You know how crazy that is? He just zapped him, bro. Man. So, like, yeah, what Pep did to Joe Hart's rep was...
Yeah, nuts.
He couldn't even get Prem clubs, fam. What? For a while, man had to run off to Celtic.
Yeah. He went to Torino, remember?
Oh, yeah, Torino. That's it. Yeah, Yeah, he sent him into depression or something. I don't know what he did to him. But okay.
Gerard's a good sport about it though.
I
You
know,
don't talk about
yeah,
these
yeah.
days. He's like,
He's
yeah, just
all-
was. He
yeah.
says he made a decision that he thought would improve the football club, and look
Yeah.
what happened. I said,
Yeah.
fair enough, man. Me, I would be fucking.
I'd hate him. So, all right, cool. So that's that.
You know, someone as interesting as Carlos Tevez for City.
Quote hero.
I think he should be
Icon.
more, bro. He has to be more. He's okay.
He's not a legend.
Robinho is the first superstar to come.
Yeah, yeah.
But Tevez for me was like the first one that came on his own admission.
Yeah.
And like, bro, let's not forget before the golfing incident, he was the captain.
Yeah.
He was the main man. He was probably their goal at one point.
Yeah.
And then that happened, and Aguero came in, and then
He still contributes to that title as well.
of course, bro, they don't win that title without him
Yeah.
coming back. Of
But I don't
course.
think he's a legend. No.
I think he should be.
You reckon?
I
I mean,
think Carlos
if
Tevez
it's
should be a
what
legend,
he
bro.
represents off the pitch in terms of he feels like the start of a
No,
dynasty.
but even his contributions to the club, I don't
Yeah.
think can be sniffed at, bro.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I'd be. Okay, I was gonna say I want to ask City.
It's
fans.
definitely one of the most underspoken and underrated stints of any player
Definitely,
at
bro.
any club, in my opinion.
He was the guy at City, bro.
Yeah,
even
Carlos
before,
Tevez at Man
even
City.
when Yaya and David Silva were at the club before I
Yeah.
broke him, it was Tevez's
Yeah.
team, bro.
I think that is one of the most underrated spells of any player. But
Yeah.
club legend, I don't think he's a club legend, no. Club
He's definitely an
legend.
icon, though. Definitely
Yeah,
icon.
I'd say
Yeah,
icon.
Can't be cult hero.
So
Cult hero for me is like Balotelli's a cult hero at City.
Oh,
I think.
yeah,
He's a
yeah.
cult hero. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's a cult
Balotelli.
hero. Nasri might be a cult hero at City. I think he might be. Like when I think of the later
I just
teams
think
as well
he's like,
too.
I just think Nasri just falls into, he played for us. I don't think
You reckon?
Yeah, I think he just played for
So then
them.
who of the more recent teams, like Bernardo, legend, Gundogan, legend.
Yeah, too many. They got now, they're modern
Now these guys
gazers.
are all legends.
You know, it's like
Who
Richard
of the-
Dunn.
who-
Richard Dunn. What is Richard Dunn? You know what I mean?
What
Stephen
has-
Ireland is a
You
cult
said it.
hero.
What has Richard done? Like, what's he
Oh
done?
yeah, Stephen Ireland is a cult hero.
You reckon?
Yeah, because he's like the ultimate City streets won't forget.
Yeah, Elano.
Yeah,
Elano,
yeah,
cult hero.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. But Richard Dunn, bro, he was their legend before all of this.
Yeah.
He was literally City's legend before companies and that all washed him now all the way down the list. But I would say he's an icon.
Richard Dunn is an icon. Fuck off. And Tevez is not an icon.
Bro.
How do you put Tevez icon? Richard Dunn is not an icon.
I think Richard Dunn's
No,
a
but this
City
is
icon.
where, bro, your
He's a
ranking
City
goes down
icon.
as your club grows. Richard Dunn is not a City
so
icon.
what? You've
bro.
knocked him to a cult
If
hero.
Richard Dunn goes to Man City tomorrow,
He's getting a standing ovation, bro.
yeah, by like the
So is Paul Dickov.
60-year-old in the no, Dickov is different.
Why is Dickov
Because
different?
Dickov got them promoted, no? That's
Bro,
different.
Richard Dunn was there from the trenches, bro. You guys don't understand, bro. Bro, wait, hold on. You don't understand Richard Dunn's thing, bro.
If you tell me Sean Wright Phillips is an icon at City, I can understand it. Richard Dunn is not a
I
City
think
icon,
he's a
bro.
cult hero.
Richard Dunn is not a City icon.
Bro.
You're talking about he gets a standing ovation by who?
Dude,
The
bro.
67-year-old City fans in the stands.
Bro, he got promoted of them, you know.
If Richard Dunn comes back to City tomorrow,
He is getting a standing
90%,
ovation.
yeah, they're going to stand him because the announcer's going to say, welcome back. But
Yeah.
everyone's saying, what the
Nah,
fuck is
they're
this
not.
guy,
No,
bro?
they're not.
Yes, they
bro.
are.
Nah, you're
Yes,
dissing
they
Dunny.
are,
You're
bro.
dissing Dunny. You're dissing Dunny, bro.
Dunny.
You're dissing Dunny, bro.
Dunny, that's the first
Bro.
time I ever heard him
Bro.
say call him Dunny, bro. He probably doesn't even know his nickname is Dunny. What the hell?
You're dissing Dunny, bro. I'm telling you, bro. He's a city icon, bro.
If he's a City icon,
He's a City.
that's
The OG
that's
captain.
a
The
stain
OG
on City. If he's an
The
icon.
OG Prem era captain, or was it Sylvain Distin? But he got it anyway. At one point, he was the captain.
Instead of City icon, bro.
Bro, he's a City
Richard
icon,
Dunn.
bro. Yeah,
These
bro.
guys, there's about 6 center backs I would put above Richard Dunn, bro.
Dunny is a City.
Diaz is above Dunn. Tell me Diaz
Bro,
is
he's
above
not
Dunn.
above, bro.
Huh?
He's not above.
Fuck, yo, Cam, we're gonna have problems.
This is the Bruno
Cam,
situation.
we're gonna
bro.
have problems
He's
here.
the Bruno.
Cam,
he's the
we're
Bruno
gonna have problems if you-
he's the Bruno
You're
of
putting
Man
Richard Dunn-
City,
You're putting
bro.
Richard Dunn over Ruben Diaz.
Huh?
RD. Don't tell me you're putting Richard Dunn over Ruben Diaz, bro.
Or
Allow
the
me.
original RD, you
Stop.
know? The original RD.
Laporte's above Richard Dunn.
But he's not,
Diaz
though.
above Richard Dunn. Company's above Richard Dunn. John Stone's
Are you
above
gonna put
Richard
a
Dunn.
Kanji? No, but John Stones is a City legend, though.
All of these guys are bigger legends than Richard Dunn, bro.
Ake had that treble run. Nah, but trust me, bro. These guys need to look back to their roots, bro. You can't do this,
Man,
bro. You can't
you
do
make
this.
me sick, bro.
You can't do this.
You
You can't do
you
this.
couldn't even survive the Mancini era. No, forget about. You couldn't even survive the Mark Hughes era.
Who?
Richard Dunn.
He was getting old, bro.
He wasn't that old, bro.
He was getting old, bro. He's been playing, bro. Richard Dunn been
He
playing
wasn't
since the
that old. They
90s,
replaced him
bro.
with Colo Toure, who I think was the same age, bro.
Bro, he's been playing since the night. Look, Richard Dunn made his debut in 96.
With them and the damn
he made
96,
it, bro.
man.
By the time he was getting replaced,
How long was he at City
10
for?
years in.
How long was he at City?
He was at City for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years.
A decade.
Give
Hold
him
on.
a decade of service, bro.
Hold on. Decade might be tough.
Dunny, bro. Yo, and listen to
Hold
his
on.
appearances.
A decade might be tough.
Listen to his appearances. 25 appearances in the first season in the Premier League. Then they got relegated. 43 appearances. That's basically every game to get promoted. 25, 29, 35, 32, 38, 36, 31. Then I think Mark Hughes. When did Mark Hughes come? 09, 10?
07, 08, 09, I think.
Okay, so he played one season under Mark Hughes.
And then Mark Hughes said, yeah.
And then that's it. Then he played, and then he went to Villa and was a big dog there too.
Yeah, Villa did his thing.
He was a big dog there too. Bro, give Dunny respect,
He's a big dog
bro.
at City when they're finishing 10.
Bro, I thank him for his championship season at QPR too, bro. Give Richard Dunn his respect, bro. Justice for Richard Dunn. This whole video now.
Does he have the most
justice
cards
for
in
Richard
Premier
Dunn.
League history?
Um,
Sorry, our own goals. Him and Carragher.
Yeah, own goals, yeah. But that was a mastermind question. But yeah, it's what it is, bruv. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
He cannot be the same tier as Carlos Tevez, man. I'm sorry.
Bro.
No way.
Bro, you
3
need to
years
go
of
back
Tevez
to the-
is more than 10 years of Dunn.
Bro, let me call Big Steve right now. Should I call Big Steve?
Yeah, call Big Steve.
Let me call Big
Hold on,
Steve.
let's ask him a few of these.
Yeah,
let's ask him a few of these. Go ahead.
Let me call
Go
Big
ahead.
Steve right now. I don't know. I ain't got his number. Well, actually, I've got Big Steve's
Or
number.
call him on Twitter.
Hold on, yeah. Wait.
Are you and Big Steve on talking terms now? I know there was a little Manchester rivalry going on.
Nah, me and Big Steve never had too much beef. Hold on.
There.
He's gonna think, why the fuck's Cam calling me? If he even still has my number. Come on, Steve. Come on. Come on, Steve. You gotta answer.
Hey, he ain't answering, bro. You're
He
asking.
probably doesn't know whose number it is, bro. Well, he's the one that actually took my number first.
Your call has been.
Fuck. I'm gonna call one more time because he might think it was a pocket call. To be fair, he works actually.
Proper City.
It's 2:00 right now. Fuck. I need the main road massive.
Main road, man. The main road, main man.
Yo, fuck. Let me tell him to go. Yo, Steve is. Okay. It's even going one tick right now. He might even be busy still. Oh no, it's two tick, but we'll see.
All right, so you said you want to go back to United.
If anything, we'll just put it in.
You said you wanted to go back to United
Yes.
quickly because then we're gonna end after this.
Rashford.
Oh, where did we say Bruno was? Icon.
Icon, yeah.
Rashford is such a difficult one because he should be icon.
I
He
think
should be
he's-
based
I
on
think
contributions, but
yeah.
then again, it's the way it's ended is
Yeah.
so bizarre.
That's one that will be fine.
You reckon?
Time will heal that one.
You reckon?
Yeah, he's mank.
He
bruv.
lo- but
He's
he
been
lo-
since-
bro,
since
but
he's
that's
10
what's
years
crazy.
old,
A
bro.
Mank who lost the match winning fence.
Yeah.
That's when you knew it was over for Rashford, bro. When a homegrown 18 like since at the club since 18 lost the match going fence.
Yeah.
But you think over time, like
I think that over time, yeah, I have to put him in there. Ollie,
legend.
legend.
Yeah, man. Bro,
Yeah.
he is a legend.
Yeah.
How can he not be?
Ollie, legend.
He has to be a legend.
Okay, Ollie, Teddy Sheringham.
Icon.
Icon.
Icon for the goal, but he's not on Solskjaer's level. No.
Fairs.
You
Yeah.
hear those?
Those are the I think
Sheringham
I
is
agree.
below
Yeah,
Solskjaer
I
in the
agree.
ranking.
I agree.
Solskjaer spent a lot of time with us,
Bro,
too.
Solskjaer was there in 07 or 8.
He almost won. He could have if he just didn't retire. He would have won the Champions League.
He was there in 07
Yeah.
or fucking 8. Yeah, okay. I would say yeah. I agree. Yeah, I agree.
This
That's
turned
right.
from like a cult hero video into like,
Bro, just some.
how do you rank every single Big Six
Bro.
club's greatest players ever?
Yeah, I need that big. I need to end that. I need Richard Dunn, bro. Respect
That's
to this
Richard Dunny.
podcast, bro. Oh my god, bro.
You want to end it here?
Huh?
You want to end it here?
Yeah, man.
I don't think he's- I don't
We
think
didn't
he's
get the
answered.
takes. Don't worry. I'm gonna put in the comments verbatim what he says. You know what? Let me not even tell him to call me. I'm gonna voice note him so you guys can hear. I didn't manipulate the voice note.
Ask him specifically about Tevez as
Yeah.
well too. We're with Tevez. So first tell him your rankings.
Yeah.
Legend or sorry, GOAT, legend.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Steve. Actually, you don't have to call me. Yeah. My question is, we are doing like GOATs, legends, icons, and cult heroes for like top 6 clubs right now. And we are undecided on where Carlos Tevez falls in. So Lies has Carlos Tevez in icon.
The third tier icon.
In the third tier icon. So we're like, okay, yeah, maybe. But the one that's splitting us is I am saying Richard Dunn is a club icon. And he's saying Richard Dunn is a cult hero. I'm saying Richard Dunn, for his service at City, is a club icon in the same place as like Carlos Tevez.
Who's done more for City? Tevez or Dunn?
Who has done more for Man City? Richard Dunn or Carlos Tevez? That's what we need to know. And also a good one as well. Where do you have Phil Foden? Is he a legend already? All right, peace, bro.
Should ask him about Sterling too.
Yeah, I forget about that one. Cool.
All right, guys. So let us know in the comment section down below. We really want to get you guys involved in terms of where.
I got a text. Hey, the voice note has come true.
Okay, let's see what he said.
Done. The main.
He came in clutch. We were about to end this.
Okay, Big Steve, bring it home for me, please. All right.
That is a tough question because Carlos Tevez, for me, is where it all started when people started to realise that Man City was serious. Obviously, Tevez, he changed the game for us. I think we went from that mercenary era, the Adebayors and that, and Craig Bellamy's, and then Tevez. So Tevez, for me, is up there, and the City fans love him. But Richard Dunn is just, I think he got Player of the Year like 4 years on the bounce. We were absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
And he liked to have a beer. He liked to get involved. He's probably, I'd probably say, he's an icon.
Yes.
I'd probably say he's an icon.
Yes.
Or a cult hero. Is there anything the difference between that? I don't know. But he's up there. Richard Dunn's up there. But I mean, I'm gonna edge towards Tevez a little bit if it's Tevez and Dunn.
Last minute winner.
We got him from Man United, and that build goal pissed everyone off.
That's a good. I didn't even mention
That's a good
that.
point. There you go.
And Phil Foden, I think what he's won with City, I think he's a legend. You know what I mean? But his career's not over yet, so there's plenty more. I feel like he's got more in the tank. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
He can't relax. Last season was a bad one for him. He's got to keep going, but he's a local lad. We've had him since he was 6-7 years old. He's won the treble. You know what I mean? He's won how many Premier League titles, etc., etc. So he's definitely a legend, Phil Foden, man, 100%.
You know what I mean? Foden will retire as a GOAT.
His last one.
The worst question I've ever been asked about Man City players was, who do you prefer, David Silva or Kevin De Bruyne? That one definitely hurt my mind.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, thank you, Big Steve. Shout out Big Steve.
Big up, Big Steve, man.
The Tevez Man United point, I actually didn't even mention it, but that's huge, bro. Because not only just did he leave Man United, he antagonized Man United every single time. And then the RIP Fergie, bro, that he could have gone to golf for 6 years. That right there, nah, man. That actually should have been my main point. Of course, bro. He's an icon, of course, man. Hey, shout out Big Steve, man. Shout out Big Steve. Let us know, because guys, this is a tough video for us to do. United, I think we can talk about any player and confidently say it. But for a lot of these, we are also kind of like guessing. It is a bit of guesswork, right? We can't put ourselves in the foot and
barbershop combo.
But also, so my point is here: if Liverpool or Chelsea or Arsenal or City fans have a big problem with one of the ones that we said, please let us know. We will 100%. Every head must bow. Every tongue must. We are not fans of that club. We do not have the relationship with these players that you guys do. So if you have a major problem with what we said, we're not here to say, oh, our opinion is right. Let us know.
It's literally just opinion, honestly. Like,
100%.
Look at the way I think Sterling was a legend. You guys, City fans have told me he's not. So I take their word for it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Trent. Same thing with Ashley Cole and all this type of stuff. So, yeah, as Leah said, just let us know. This is just a fun conversation. And it'll be interesting to see where people's like hearts lie. But definitely we need to do we're going to do a villains.
That might be next week, man.
Yeah,
Club villains.
Club villains would be good. There'll be a few in it for I can already think of some. So yeah. All right, guys.
Leave it in the comment section down below. Please, guys, get involved. We love reading your comments. Thank you for all the love as well, too, on the recent episodes. It's been amazing. Shout out to BR for powering this podcast, as always, on X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. And make sure to subscribe. We'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace.